Mind detox therapist Sandy is introducing Samara to his technique of subconscious fact-finding.
I'd like to ask you a question. I want you to give me your very first answer.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to make sense.
Okay.
It's almost better if it doesn't. I want you to give me the first thought that comes to mind, like the absolute first one. Now, the second one is usually I don't know. And the third one is usually thought about after a few seconds. So I'm going to click my fingers. I just want you to give me the first answer, the first thing, the thing that's in your mind at that point.
Okay.
So, the constipation and migraines. What's the root cause of this condition? The first event which, when resolved, would cause it to disappear? If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth?
I really don't.
What was the first answer that came to mind? Before, during, or after?
After.
If you were to know, what age were you? What's the first number that came to mind?
5.
5 days, weeks, months, or years?
5 years.
5 years? It might feel like you're making this up at this point. But
yeah.
Don't worry about that.
It does a bit. I'm just like... But
that's
then that
normal.
number's coming to my head, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's coming to your head. You could have had any number at all.
Yeah.
So just roll with it.
Okay.
Rolling with it, Samara manages to recall several incidents around the age of 5, with a consistent theme of being afraid of getting lost.
And I called him and he didn't hear me. I thought, oh Christ, I don't know where I am, I don't know where to go. And I did panic.
Information which piques Sandy's interest.
Something happened quite early on, it appears,
right,
that taught you to fear the possibility of loss.
I could mention one quick thing that might help.
No, please do. Yeah,
and that's something my mum told me because I was in this. See, this has come back now.
Go.
She had a car accident when she was pregnant with me, and it's funny how all this stuff comes out. Obviously, I only know this because she told me, and she said she was quite late on in the pregnancy, and she had this accident. I think she went into a ditch.
Right.
And she panicked and she just ran. She just got out the car and ran.
I work with a lot of people that actually end up dealing with stuff that happened in the womb, and so when you're telling me this, it's like neon above your head at the moment, going that your mum was scared to lose you at that moment in time.
Right, okay. Which
could have installed a fear of loss in you from that early on. It can seem like an amazing thing to think that it's possible that an unborn child can pick up on what the mother's going through, but then it also kind of makes sense because they are connected. The nervous systems are one at that point, and so if a mother experiences a traumatic event, it is possible that that event and that trauma is experienced by the unborn child too, and that can cause a trauma to the nervous system, which can then later in life come out in a physical condition.